Welcome to Orem Aesthetics, where timeless beauty meets cozy country charm. Hi there, lovely friends. I'm so glad you're here with us today. We're about to take a wonderful journey through the warm, inviting world of vintage textures and timeless summer to fall country homes inspired by Ralph Lauren. Whether you're looking for inspiration or just love that classic, layered look, this video is made for you. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and stay with us until the very end. You won't want to miss a single moment of this cozy, beautiful tour. Imagine stepping into a cozy country living room where warm golden light spills over vintage floral upholstery and distressed wooden beams. Soft cream linen curtains flutter gently as hand-woven wool rugs in burnt orange and deep olive invite you to sink in and relax. This space perfectly captures the timeless shift from summer to fall, wrapping you in layers of comfort and nostalgia. It's like a gentle hug from the past, making every moment feel special and serene. Picture a rustic kitchen filled with the charm of aged copper pots hanging above a weathered farmhouse table. Faded blue and white ceramic dishes add a touch of history, while vintage botanical prints brighten the walls. Textured linen napkins in muted mustard and sage complete this inviting scene, making it easy to imagine slow, peaceful mornings surrounded by timeless beauty. Every detail whispers warmth and tradition. Step into a sun-drenched reading nook where a plush velvet armchair in faded cranberry red beckons you to unwind. Layered with a patchwork quilt of vintage paisley and toile fabrics, it's a perfect retreat. Shelves lined with leather-bound books and antique brass candle holders add character and charm, creating a space that feels both elegant and deeply comforting. It's a quiet corner made for treasured moments of calm. Imagine a serene bedroom with a wrought iron bed dressed in soft white linen sheets, layered with a hand-stitched quilt in soft gold and rust hues. Aged wooden nightstands hold dried wildflower arrangements in earthenware vases, adding a touch of nature's grace. This room feels like a peaceful sanctuary, blending timeless country charm with the gentle warmth of seasonal change. It's a perfect place to rest and dream. Visualize a charming country dining room centered around a reclaimed wood table set with vintage stoneware plates and linen napkins in deep forest green. A centerpiece of dried wheat and cotton stems brings natural texture, while faded botanical wallpaper in soft cream and ochre completes the scene. This space invites you to gather and savor simple pleasures, wrapped in layers of vintage beauty and heartfelt tradition. Imagine a sunlit sunroom filled with wicker furniture layered with cushions in vintage floral prints and soft throw blankets in muted terracotta and sage. Potted ferns and antique ceramic pots with crackled glaze add lush, natural touches. This bright and inviting space feels like a gentle bridge between summer's warmth and fall's quiet embrace, perfect for peaceful mornings or reflective afternoons. Picture a rustic bathroom with a clawfoot tub and vintage brass fixtures set against weathered white beadboard walls. Linen curtains with subtle lace trim flutter softly, while antique wooden shelves hold hand-woven baskets and soft cotton towels in faded peach and olive. This space feels timeless and soothing, a quiet retreat where vintage textures and gentle colors create a calm, comforting atmosphere. Step into a cozy country office with a distressed wood desk and shelves filled with vintage leather-bound journals. An antique brass lamp casts a warm glow over faded botanical sketches framed in reclaimed wood, adding a sense of history and inspiration. This room invites quiet reflection and creativity, wrapped in layers of vintage texture and timeless charm. Imagine a quaint mudroom layered with vintage textiles including hand-woven rugs in warm, earthy tones. Antique iron hooks hold hats and coats, while weathered wooden benches invite you to pause. Soft cream walls with hints of sage green create a fresh yet nostalgic feel, making this practical space both welcoming and beautifully textured. It's a perfect blend of function and timeless country style. Picture a sunlit breakfast nook with a round wooden table dressed in layered linen tablecloths of soft gold and ivory. Vintage ceramic pitchers filled with dried lavender add a delicate touch, while cushions in faded floral chintz patterns soften built-in bench seating. This space feels like a gentle morning embrace, wrapped in the warmth of vintage textures and subtle country elegance. Imagine a rustic country hallway with exposed wooden beams and walls adorned with vintage botanical prints in muted earth tones. Layered wool runners in deep rust and olive guide your steps, while antique brass sconces cast a soft, warm light. This corridor feels like a quiet journey through timeless beauty, where every detail invites you to slow down and savor the season's charm. Step into a vintage-inspired craft room with a large wooden work table and shelves filled with neatly folded linens in soft faded blues and creams. Antique glass jars hold dried flowers and sewing notions, while textured wall hangings in natural fibers add warmth and character. This space feels like a creative haven, wrapped in layers of nostalgia and gentle country comfort. Picture a cozy library corner with built-in wooden shelves filled with leather-bound books and a tufted velvet armchair in muted burgundy. Layered wool throws and autumnal plaid patterns invite you to curl up, while soft amber light filters through linen curtains. This space feels deeply inviting, a perfect nook where vintage textures and warm colors create a timeless retreat. Imagine a sunlit greenhouse room with rustic wooden shelves holding vintage terracotta pots and layers of dried herbs hanging from the ceiling. Wicker baskets filled with garden tools add charm, while soft natural light enhances faded green and cream tones. This space feels like a peaceful sanctuary where nature and vintage textures blend beautifully to celebrate the changing seasons. Picture a charming country bedroom with a canopy bed draped in sheer linen curtains and layered quilts in faded floral patterns of soft gold and rust. Antique wooden dressers with brass handles stand nearby, while dried wildflower bouquets in aged ceramic vases add a natural touch. This room feels like a gentle retreat, wrapped in warmth and timeless country elegance. Imagine a rustic dining area featuring a long wooden farmhouse table adorned with vintage lace table runners and ceramic candle holders in warm amber hues. Hand-thrown pottery plates in muted greens and browns add an artisanal feel, while walls display faded country landscape paintings. This space invites you to linger over meals surrounded by layers of vintage texture and heartfelt tradition. Step into a warm and inviting sitting room with a stone fireplace and layered vintage wool rugs in deep reds and ochres. Distressed leather armchairs and soft linen curtains in cream with subtle floral embroidery create a cozy, timeless atmosphere. Antique brass candle sconces add a soft glow, making this room a peaceful haven filled with rich textures and gentle light. Picture a cozy breakfast corner with a weathered wooden bench layered with cushions in faded floral and plaid fabrics. A small round table draped with a vintage lace tablecloth holds ceramic pitchers filled with dried wheat. Soft morning light streams through linen curtains, creating a gentle, welcoming space that feels like a warm embrace from the past. Imagine a serene country bathroom with a vintage pedestal sink and walls clad in soft cream beadboard. Antique brass fixtures shine gently, while layered cotton towels in muted peach and sage add softness. Dried eucalyptus branches in rustic ceramic vases bring nature indoors, creating a calm and timeless space full of vintage charm and subtle textures. Picture a sunlit country porch with weathered wooden rocking chairs layered with faded floral cushions and hand-woven wool blankets in soft gold and rust. Vintage lanterns hang from exposed beams, while potted dried flowers in crackled ceramic pots add natural beauty. This porch feels like a peaceful retreat, perfect for savoring quiet moments wrapped in warmth and timeless country style. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey through timeless summer to fall country home inspiration. We've explored cozy rooms filled with vintage textures, warm colors, and that perfect blend of rustic charm and elegance. If you enjoyed this video and found some ideas to bring that comforting, layered look into your own space, please give us a like. It really helps. Don't forget to subscribe for more beautiful inspirations and share your thoughts or favorite details in the comments below. We love hearing from you and can't wait to see you in the next video.